class where we always learn something cool about the planet and we make a fun art project together. I'm Miss Raychel, your EcoArts teacher, and you may notice, even though San Diego is pretty warm and sunny, it's getting a little bit chilly. Do you ever wonder why sometimes the weather's cold and sometimes it's really hot? Right now in San Diego, we're moving into winter, which is the time of the year where we don't get a lot of sunlight here. Seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall, are times in the year where the weather changes. So today, we're going to talk about the difference between weather and climate and talk about warm and cool colors. Did you know colors have temperatures too? It's true. Some colors make you feel warm and other colors make you feel cold. Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. What are warm and cool colors? What is climate? What's the difference between climate and weather? Plus, our art project today is a really good one. We're gonna draw a penguin. Okay, so let's start off by talking about the weather. I'm in my backyard right now, and when I walked outside, I thought, whew, it's a little chilly. Let me grab a beanie, let me grab my scarf, let me grab my jacket. I want to be so warm and cozy because the weather's getting colder. But as you can see, it's not snowing. The sun is still out. We're in San Diego, where it's sunny a lot of the time. And when it gets cold here, it doesn't really get freezing cold like it does in some places, like the Arctic. That's because the Arctic has a really, really cold climate. And places like San Diego have really warm climates. So another way to explain it is that weather is what you feel when you walk outside your door. Maybe today it's cold, tomorrow it's hot. Every day can be a little bit different. But climate is the weather over long periods of time. So, is it mostly cold when you walk out your door? Or is it mostly warm? Sometimes the air is really wet, and sometimes the air is really dry. Some plants and animals don't like hot weather. For example, do you think a polar bear would enjoy being out in the hot sun? No! He wants to be playing in the snow and has adapted his thick, furry coat so that he stays warm even in a cold climate. Also, you may have noticed this lemon tree behind me. These lemons grow in warm climates. If it's too cold, the tree won't be happy. But lemon trees and other citrus trees grow really well here in San Diego. They love our warm climate, and we get to enjoy their delicious fruits because of it. When the climate changes, certain plants and animals can't live in their usual homes and are at risk of becoming endangered or extinct. Humans have an impact on climate, especially by building large cities and cutting down trees in places like the rainforest. It's important to talk about the way climate is changing on planet Earth so humans can take good care of the planet for a long time. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to make some art. Now that we know a little bit more about climate and weather, let's get ready to draw a penguin. So pause this video on the next screen to grab your art supplies and let's get started. For this project, you will need a black piece of paper and some colored chalk. If you don't have those supplies, you can try this project with white paper and crayons. You'll definitely need a black crayon, and I didn't use a pencil, but if you really want to use one, you can. So the first thing we're going to do is separate our colored chalk into warm and cool colors. You can think of this as cutting a line through the color wheel, which is like a rainbow circle. The cool colors are blues and purples and some greens. The warm colors are red, orange, and yellows. Warm colors usually make you feel happy and joyful. Cool colors can make you feel calm and relaxed, maybe even sad. Some people have different definitions of warm and cool colors because how you feel about a color is very personal. How do different colors make you feel? You're the ultimate judge of what's warm and what's cool. Now I have neutral colors left. I'm just going to put these off to the side for now. If you don't have a large variety of colors, don't worry about it. You really only need white and at least one red, one blue, and maybe a yellow, an orange, and a green. Okay, now let's get started by picking up our white chalk. If you're using white paper, you might want to use a light blue crayon to draw the snowy mountains. I'm going to draw a jagged white line across my page for the Arctic mountain. You may want to draw another mountain behind it, like this. This will be the backdrop for my penguin. Now I'm going to take the side of my chalk and rub it across the mountain to color it in. We used this technique in our leaf rubbings last month. Now that it's all colored in white, I'm going to use my finger to smudge it in even more. Chalk can get messy, and I'm already noticing my fingers are getting dirty. So I keep a small towel nearby to wipe my fingers off. Now let's talk about northern lights. Sometimes in the Arctic, the particles in the atmosphere react together to create beautiful light displays. And these are called the northern lights. Let's take our cool colors and draw a few wavy lines for our lights. I just draw a big curvy line in the sky and a curvy line under it and then color that in. Now I'll do it again, and I'll grab some more cool colors and draw some more wavy lines right next to them. Save some space on the side for your warm colored lights. Wow, so pretty! Now would be a good time to wipe your fingers. And if you notice a bunch of chalky powder on your page, just blow it off. If you try to wipe it with your hands, it might get too messy. Now let's take our warm colors and draw even more lights. Beautiful! So now that we've drawn our northern lights, we can make them look like they're glowing in the sky by using our finger to smudge the color. Your finger kind of acts like a paintbrush with the chalk. Wherever you paint with your finger is where the chalk is going to go. So press your finger in an upward motion along the chalk to follow the flow of the lights. If you're using crayons, you can skip this step because crayons don't smudge the same way that chalk does. After you've finished smudging your cool colors, you may notice that your finger turned blue. I would recommend switching fingers now and using another finger to smudge the warm colors. This way you don't get the cool colored chalk all over the warm colored lights. Beautiful! Are you guys ready to make a penguin? If you're using crayons and white paper, you can draw your penguin on a separate sheet of paper and then cut it out and glue it onto your background. We're making a baby emperor penguin. They are so cute! First, we're going to take our black crayon and make a big round oval for the head. Now, I'm drawing the body that comes down from the head, kind of like a square with round edges, like this. Now let's draw the wings. We'll draw a J shape on this side and a backwards J shape here. Awesome! Now I'll draw little boxes for the feet and color them in. Now for the penguin's face. We'll draw a big curvy M shape inside the oval that we drew. In the middle of the M, draw a little upside down triangle for the nose. Great! Now color the head in black around the outside of the M shape. Make sure that you don't color in the little upside down triangle. Awesome! Now I'll draw 2 little black circles inside of the M shape for the eyeballs. I'll leave a little circle in the middle for the white of the eye. Now let's come back in with our white chalk and color inside the face. Make sure to color in the nose and the whites of the eyes. Great! Now I'm going to color the body white again so it stands out against the snowy background. I'll smudge that around a little bit with my finger, but be careful that you don't smudge your background or get your white chalk fingerprints all over the sky. But if you do get your fingerprints on it, that's okay, maybe it'll just look like snow. Now come back in with your black crayon and go over any lines that you may have covered up with your white chalk. Now here's an optional part. If you have some black chalk or charcoal, you could rub your finger on it, then use your finger to add shadows along the wings and the neck of the penguin. You can also blend it into the body to make the body more gray. You might also want to take your white and add a little more snow to the snowy mountains in the background. Now for a few more details. I'm going to add a moon in the sky by drawing a C shape, then it comes to a point, and I'll draw another C shape inside of it. Now I'll color it in with white and add a little bit of yellow. You can make your moon look like it's glowing by using your finger to gently rub around it. Now I'll use my white to make little dots for the stars in the sky. Beautiful. Now let's take our black crayon again and add some silhouettes of trees. A silhouette is the dark shape or outline of something visible against a lighter background. To make the trees, you can just draw a straight line with little lines coming off of it, like this. You can also draw some animals in the background. I'm drawing a moose and maybe some penguin friends in the distance. There we go. Awesome! Now, if you wanted to make your penguin a little more festive for the holidays, you can draw a scarf around his neck and an elf hat on his head. Up to you. I think he looks cute. Yay! Wow, you guys, I had so much fun making this penguin art project. Thanks for joining along. Check out our star artist, Emily. She made a rainbow butterfly leaf drawing from our last video. How cool! I love your black outlines and rainbow butterfly wings. Wow, Emily, so awesome. Good job. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with this time. Please, if you want to be featured on an upcoming video, email me at heyparachute@gmail.com. Maybe you can be our next star artist. Alright guys, I'm gonna go inside and get cozy. Thanks for making art with me today. Until next time!